Welcome back to PCM 25 for the second part of our career mode. In our last episode, we started a brand new adventure with a Spanish-Slovenian pro team, winning 3 races. All of them with the same man, Mateusz Govekar. But our best rider has not ridden a single race yet, Ivan Romeo, our GC rider. That is changing today because we have our first stage race on the menu, the Volta Valenciana. But first, we've got some admin to do. On the bottom left and bottom right, you can see that we've got 850k in the bank, so we're rich. So I do want to invest in high-performance tires for basically our entire team. Yes, it costs me like 315k, but it's worth it. It quite literally makes our riders a little bit better. Next to that, as a stage racer, Ivan Romeo's time trial is important. So I want to invest in TT training bikes, molded handlebars, time trial skin suit, and TT position. For Romeo, that is. There we go. Once again, super expensive, 370k, but it's worth it for us. Simply, I want the best Ivan Romeo I can get. Anyway, time for our first race of today. The Volta Valenciana starts with a team time trial. Spoilers, I do not know how to play that. Stage 2 is a medium mountaintop finish with a very steep climb at the end. After that, 2 more climbing stages, but both with a flat ending. And stage 5 is a sprint. When it comes to our team, it's finally time for El Capitan. Ivan Romeo is here. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping to finish top 10 in GC. By the way, I trained my pronunciation, Gonçalo Tavares. Anyway, it's time for the team time trial, 34.4 kilometers, and somehow we are 6th favorite. Personally, I severely doubt that. I'll be honest, I am absolutely terrified for this team time trial because I don't know how to play this. So, our team's about to start and I decided to pause the game to figure out a strategy. But I gotta say, it's really annoying that I can't see the name of the rider I've got selected above the rider. I think that's a small bug. I think my plan is to go through every single rider in this train and see what their time trial status. For example, Ivan Romeo's 76 time trial on the day. Romeo is a good time trialist, so he will spend quite a bit of time at the front. But a rider with a lower time trial stat like Mintegi just won't ride at all. Okay, our team is on the road. Mintegi, Tavares, Leitao and Okamika sitting at the back. Romeo, Bellocchi and Fraile are pacing 86 at the front then. I reckon it might be okay. First time check incoming, Red Bull is currently leading. I don't expect to be close, but hopefully not too bad. We are 9th at the moment, so that's pretty okay. That being said, on the left top, our yellow bar is smaller than the bar under it, so I think we're going too fast. Let's lower it towards 82, because if our riders run out of energy, our train will fall apart. I'm going to up Fraile to 25 seconds now, because I want him to keep pushing like crazy. Over the second time check right now, finishing 7th for now. The reason I want to spend Fraile is because, well, I want him to drop. We don't need to finish with our entire team, so we gotta burn through a couple of riders. Actually, that is burning our entire team, so abort mission, go back to 77, Fraile, back to 77. 5 of our riders are looking terrible when it comes to their energy, but we are surviving, 7.5k to go, slight descent to recover, and then we keep going. Oh, Leitao is out of yellow bar, but he's still got red bar, so I think we might be able to keep this going until the finish line. Who is currently in first in the last kilometer? Fraile, go 99 to the line. Is that possible? Leitao will fall through. Most of our team might fall through, but we'll finish with 5. Yes, we do. We get 7 for now. That's a great team time trial. Okay, it's not that great, but I'm very happy. Joao Almeida is the first leader of this race, but we kept the team relatively well together, maybe a bit too much. Anyway, 1 minute 28 is our deficit. Oh la la, time to carb up before the next race. On to the second stage then with Rampa and Humana at the finish line. Basically, a very steep climb. Enric Mas is the favorite and we are nowhere to be seen on this list. So we are starting with a +1 on the day with Romeo, which means 78 medium mountain. That I do like. I feel like it's become a lot harder for breakaways to form in PCM 25 because the peloton just keeps on pacing. Entering the last 40 kilometers and those last 2 climbs look really scary. There's one breakaway rider ahead, Merhawi Kudus with 2 minutes 40 on the peloton, and UAE is the team pacing in the peloton for Joao Almeida and the yellow jersey, of course. Kudus has already been caught, 5 kilometers 7.4%, and my boys are suffering. Over the top of this first climb, 65 people left in the group and we have survived, but we're not looking that amazing. I want to try and move up a little bit in this ascent before the final climb, but there's not much time. Here we go. The climb is starting. 3.6 kilometers, 11.7%, and it's narrow, so my position is perfect. Come on, Romeo. This is your climb. Ah, such a washing machine. We're getting blocked by Tim Wellens on the left side of the road. Come on, Romeo. Move up, move up, move up. Into the last few turns, we're moving up on 92. Okamika is bringing Romeo to the front. We've got energy. Come on, we're getting blocked by Fernandez. But we come through on the left. And actually, Ivan Romeo is gonna win on the Fond de Partegat. The Rampa Inhumana is ours. Gotta say, that was a super awesome finish, but I did not expect to win that. What a team performance, man. What a win. And looks like we've moved up into the top 10 of GC. 9th now with Ivan Romeo. Still a minute 20 behind though. Anyway, we came for top 10 in GC, already 9th. Let's see if we can do better. That being said, it won't be that easy to get time on stage 3 because the last climb tops with 20 kilometers to go. Nonetheless, we have to try. Ola, looks like our man is wearing a distinctive jersey, the orange one, so the points classification. To be honest, looks stunning. With about 30 kilometers to go, the big climb is approaching and my team is well positioned at the front and Romeo as well. We're definitely not the only team with a plan on this climb because lots of teams are pacing. Little Trek is one of them and I'm just trying to survive for now. Absolutely flying over the top with my team at the front of the peloton now. 17 kilometers to go, but it's still 100 riders. Fraile is controlling for Romeo despite having a better sprint, but Romeo needs the bonus second, so I'm going for him. Fraile going 99 in this descent. 2 kilometers to go. He can launch his sprint. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Right now, Romeo is boxed in. Romeo is coming past. Romeo is coming past. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Romeo launches right now with 500 meters to go. Bilbao in the wheel. On the right side, Oldani. Romeo for the 2 out of 2. Ivan Romeo does it again! But Omar Fraile, what a lead out was that? Flew past everybody! Siroko for Endurance on the podium again. We just keep on winning as a team. And also, Ivan Romeo winning the stage is 10 bonus seconds. But sadly, we're still 17 seconds behind P8. So unless we gain time on the road, moving up will be difficult. That being said, stage 4 doesn't exactly shout time gain to me. Sure, it's a hilly parkour, but the last 70k is flat. I reckon I just need to accept my position in GC and try to go for the stage with Leitao. Like, there are some steep sections, but I don't expect this middle climb to actually do that much. A bit of a mid-stage update. Leitao is suffering, but he's still in the peloton. Come on, Yuri, 1.7 kilometers to the top, and he's running out of yellow bar. He's running out of red bar. It's gonna be over. Can he make it to the top? It's only 1k to the top. Come on, Yuri. Ay, Leitao is dropped. I can't believe it. Literally just before the top. Okay then, I guess we'll have to sprint for Romeo or Fraile. But even if Romeo takes 10 bonus seconds from winning, he won't move up to P8 anyway, so let's go for Fraile. Last 4 kilometers, perfect lead out at the moment by Mintegi. Okamika can take over. Mintegi out of the way, nearly blocked Okamika there. Romeo will do the lead out right now on 99. Okamika out of the way, buddy. Fraile's gonna win this. Fraile's gonna win this. Last kilometer can launch already. We've got Serrano on the left side. Come on, Fraile, this is your moment, your chance. No, he won't win this race. It's gonna be Gonzalo Serrano of Movistar or Van Poppel. Serrano wins. Come on, Omar. I gave you an opportunity and you didn't take it. I should have gone for Romeo. Anyway, looks like we'll finish this Valenciana in 9th place with Romeo. If only that team time trial did not exist. But there's one more stage left and I'm pretty certain that Yuri Leitao should survive this one. Because, well, it's completely flat. Roughly 12 kilometers to go and look at our boys. They're in perfect control. Last 5.5 kilometers. Ooh, Mullen came out of nowhere. Machachuk as well. Everybody's teleporting in. 99 on Okamika. Is that too early? It actually might be 2.5k to go. Fraile can go on 99 right now. My lead out is so far behind. Fraile can launch right now. Leitao in the wheel. Come on, Fraile. Save our Portuguese man. Save our Portuguese man who launches late. Not great. Not great. Not great. Maybe a podium. I'm hoping for a podium. We pass Mesgets, I think, and we finish third behind Danny Van Poppel and Matthias Kopecki. But let's be honest, far from a perfect lead out. This race does not have the craziest sprinting competition, but the podium is still nice. Cause yeah, Danny Van Poppel is a lot better. And of course, our 9th place in GC is secure. There we go, our first stage race behind us. Next up, off to New Zealand for the National Championships. But Polride can't time trial, so I'll simulate this one. Not exactly a surprise, Finn Fisher Black wins. I am going to ride the road race of New Zealand though, because Polride has won that road race in 2025 in real life, so let's try and replicate it. Important to note, because there's so many teams with very little riders in this race, there's an opportunity from the breakaway to win this. So I think that's my strategy. A pretty wide road, but we are starting at the back of the group, so I'm hoping I can move up pretty swiftly because I want to attack. There we go, into the attack with 4 other riders. One more rider jumped, but no direct response from the peloton. Looks like we might have our breakaway. About 40 kilometers into the race, Mitoku is the team at the front of the peloton right now, and they've actually got 4 riders in the race, so they might try to control this breakaway. Oh, crashed by Piffy in the peloton, so he's behind right now, and on top of that, the gap is 3 minutes to the peloton with 30 kilometers to go, so it's looking a bit rosy for this breakaway, although I am doing most of the work. Then again, I am the best rider, so I should. Some attacks in the peloton behind, but still on 2 minutes. I'm okay with that. Right with the attack in the breakaway, there we go. Let's do 75 over the top, and the rest is sitting up because I think they can't. Oh, some of the peloton people have caught up with the chasing group, and the gap is down to 50 seconds. Paul Ryder with 8 kilometers to go, not looking too good because his energy is pretty empty. On to the climb for the final time. The gap is 20 seconds, 15 seconds. They're closing down. I gotta keep going. Oh no, I've been caught by a group of 20 people. I've been caught. Let's get into the Wheel of Strong and hope for a good sprint. Oh, there comes an attack. 13 seconds. He might be riding off to the victory here. Come on, Corbin Strong. Do the work for us. Do the work for us. We are almost out of energy. I'm gonna try and benefit from Strong's wheel as long as possible, but I don't think I'm gonna win this. Last kilometer is here. There goes right on the left side of the road. We've got Gate at the front, but Aaron Gate is gonna be New Zealand champion. We were in pole position for most of the race, but we finish off the podium even. 4th. Ah, that's a heartbreaking loss, this one. I gambled on the breakaway, and in the end, it didn't work out. Then again, if I stayed in the peloton, I bet the breakaway wins. Anyway, no New Zealand title for Wright. By the way, I can't be the only one that completely skips the equipment on PCM. I just don't like this system. Also, I am monitoring the scouting off camera, but I've seen no talent yet. Anyway, next up we've got 2 one-day races, Murcia and Almeria. And actually, for Murcia, Mateusz Govecar is the favorite. Let's win this race, I guess. Ola starting off with good daily form on most of our team, a +1 on Govecar, so 77 hill stat, 74 sprint, and the finish is relatively perfect. What I do miss a little bit on Pro Cycling Manager is this is a hilly parkour, but most teams are taking punchers because of that, and not necessarily versatile sprinters, and well, a versatile sprinter like Govecar has a better chance here. Ooh, this last climb is very narrow, and my position is actually not that great, MP30 roughly in the peloton, so I need to speed up to be able to follow. The lighting in this darkness is so cool, by the way. There's a few riders with a gap in that darkness over there. Rodriguez and Silforvor descending towards the finish line. The lighting here is so awesome. Yeah, I can't see much, but it's kind of realistic. There we go. The attackers have been caught, and my sprint train is in full control in the last 4 kilometers now. Finch can lead out. Govecar in the wheel. Govecar may be able to launch before this corner. There we go. Is he going to get up to speed? Fisher Black on the right. Govecar on the left. Can we bring this home? Yes, indeed. Mateusz Govecar with, honestly, an easy victory. Good to see our boy on the podium once again, the king of Spanish one-day races, Mateusz Govecar. That being said, our next race will be quite a bit harder to win. The Clásica de Almeria, Jordi Meeuwis, Danny van Poppel, Rick Climbers, solid sprinters. And for us, Yuri Leitao. Wait a second, the first time in Pro Cycling Manager 25 with rainy conditions. I'm quite hyped for this. Also, Leitao with a +3 days, so 76 sprint. I might actually have a chance now. Honestly, the rainy conditions, it is such a difference compared to PCM 24 because you can actually see that it's rained. First of all, you can see it's raining, the raindrops are more obvious, but also the puddles on the road. It actually has rained. Into the last 11 kilometers, there's one breakaway rider about to be caught. Alvarez, not Hector Alvarez, but I think Rodrigo Alvarez. Could be wrong with that. 4-man train is on the rails with Leitao in the last wheel, looking pretty perfect. Last 2.5 kilometers, and it's not exactly going perfect right now. I'm gonna sprint right now with Ride. Come on, bring Leitao to the front. This won't work, this won't work, this won't work. Too many corners, I'm not looking great. Let's launch a sprint with Leitao. Find your way, boy, find your way. Come on. No, 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 no. Absolute disaster sprint right now. We're gonna finish with 2 riders in the top 10, but Giacomo Nizzolo won a race. I forgot that man was still cycling. Definitely far from a great result, but I did enjoy the rainy conditions a lot. Lastly, I want to take on our most important race in this season so far, the Vuelta a Andalusia. Because, well, it's our first sponsor objective. We need to get a top 10 in GC. Gotta say, stage 1 looks a lot like a stage from Valenciana, but the finish of stage 2 is once again a Rampa in Humana, a very steep climb, followed by a sprint stage and a versatile sprint. And to finish off, a 14-kilometer important time trial. And of course, Ivan Romeo is pretty good at time trials. And I'm also bringing Mateusz Govecar for the versatile sprints. And despite amazing climbers being at the start line like Juan Ayuso, I do think Govecar might survive this first stage. The large climb is about to start and Govecar is well positioned and the tempo in the peloton is not that high, so I reckon he survives. So, entering the last 20 kilometers, and Govecar has survived the stage pretty easily so far, now on the final hill and looking good. Last 4 kilometers, a 3-man train, Fraile, Finch and Govecar looking fantastic. Fraile spending all his energy at the front at the moment, Finch about to take over. Is that too early? I don't think so. There goes Finch right now, not sprinting yet. Now he can sprint, yes indeed. Govikar in the wheel, Gazzoli, Brustenga as well, so we should win this. Govikar launches before this final corner, and 500 meters to go. We've got the upper hand, and we're gonna win this. Gazzoli tries to come around though, but no. Mateusz Govikar wins the first stage of the Vuelta a Andalucia. Like in these versatile sprint stages, there is simply no competition. That being said, I did not look after Ivan Romeo. Where did he finish? Oh, there, 73rd on same time, so no drama. Stage 2 is gonna be a key stage for GC though, because it's the only uphill finish. Not surprising that Juan Ayuso is the favorite, but we are nowhere to be seen on this list. But as we said, we gotta find our way into the top 10. Ooh, that final climb looks steep and scary, but also Romeo's daily form looks scary. That's a plus today, so 77 hill stats, 79 medium mountain. I'd say we can compete for more than a top 10 with that. And actually, as we can see from the red on the map, the final climb is also very narrow. On the final climb with 4.5 kilometers to go, the narrow road has started and Romeo is in the perfect position right now. That is excellent. Frala's with him. Ooh, Ayuso with a move with 3 kilometers to go. I don't want to go too early, so I'm betting on Frala helping me out for now. Come on, man. Last 2.5k to go. De Preto, Castrillo, Higuita, and Bilbao. We can pass those boys because they seem half done for, but I feel like I'm getting blocked in a little bit. It becomes steeper to the line again. There comes Pidcock on the right side of the road. Apparently he is at this race, but let's try and finish on the top 3 here. It looks like it's going to be difficult though, because at the moment we are in 4th position and I don't think we're gonna pass them. Pidcock passing Padepancher for 2nd place, Ayuso on the stage, and we're finishing 4th. When it comes to GC, Juan Ayuso will be winning this race most likely, because well, his time trial stat is also better than ours. But we are actually in 3rd place, so that is awesome. And Tom Pidcock's time trial stat is worse, so we could move up to 2nd by the end of this race. Anyway, next up is a sprint stage, and we are nowhere near the favorite. Matteo Moschetti. Oh la la, Mateusz Govikar starting off with a +3 on the day, so 76 sprint stat. I won a podium. 3.5 kilometers to go, a 4-man train right now for us. Mintegi can go 93, not too much because it is slightly uphill. Frala can actually take over with 2.5 kilometers to go. We've got too many riders here. Finch can go right now with the sprint. Govikar in the wheel looking perfect. 1.3, 1.2, 1.1. There he launches. Brustenga in the wheel. Gazzoli. Moschetti tries to come around. Moschetti is coming around, but no. Mateusz Govikar keeps on winning. Like, I'm sorry, Portuguese people, but why can't Leitao do this? It's our Slovenian sprinter that is carrying the team together with Romeo at the moment. 6 stage victories in 9 races. That being said, I do think the sprints are a little bit too easy at the moment because the AI sprinters don't sprint perfectly. Oh, this is interesting. Stage 4 is a versatile sprint stage in my opinion, but there's a small bump at the finish line, so Tom Pidcock is suddenly the favorite. And of course, I don't want Pidcock to take time on Romeo before the final time trial, so I'll try to beat Pidcock with Govikar. Wait, what? This race took 2 seconds to load. 2! Honestly, the loading screens in Pro Cycling Manager this year are super fast, both in career mode and for races. Okay, last 5 kilometers, quite a few riders trying to attack, but Bellocchi has everything under control right now. Govikar with the energy gel, Bellocchi on 99. Last 2 kilometers, Romeo in the wheel, 1 attacker still off the front. Romeo can launch right now, Govikar in the wheel. Will that attacker win? He might actually. Voldager is still up there. Govikar tries to come around, Romeo on the left side of the road, Bayer in the middle, Tobias Bayer versus Mateusz Govikar. Mateusz Govikar is going to win this stage ahead of Bayer, and Romeo finishing 3rd, so we get 4 bonus seconds. Like, I think it's fair to say that these sprints with Govikar are going a little bit too easy for extreme difficulty. The way the difficulty in Pro Cycling Manager works is that extreme difficulty, for example, just ups the stats of your competitors. It doesn't actually change the way they ride, the AI behavior. So I'm afraid that as long as the developers can't figure out how to make the AI more complex and more sophisticated, they won't be able to make it more difficult to beat them. Anyway, Govikar with victory number 7 for him this season. But actually, despite finishing 3rd on the stage with Romeo, I actually didn't get any bonus seconds, so I'm not moving into 2nd. So I guess we'll have to beat Pidcock in the time trial. A flat time trial, 14.2 kilometers, and surprisingly we are 3rd favorite. And actually, Ayuso's time trial stat is lower than I expected, so we might be able to compete for the stage victory. Okay, our boy is starting, +2 on the day, so great stats, starting on 87. I'm gonna drop it towards 86 right now because I want to spend my energy on this climb right here, so let's up it to 87 now. Romeo's stats today are crazy. 78 time trial, 80 prologue stat. Gotta make sure I don't spend my full red bar here. First time check incoming. 1st place at the moment. 10 seconds on Zutelin. Keep it up, Romeo. Keep it up. What does Ayuso do? He's on 15 seconds. Can we win GC? Romeo's only 19 seconds behind in GC. Romeo in the final kilometer. Let's go all out here. Let's spend all our energy to the line. Are we gonna finish first? Yes, we do. First with 23 seconds on Jascha Zuterlin. But it's all about this man. We need 19 seconds on Juan Ayuso. And let's take a look. Ayuso finished on 28 seconds. We win the Vuelta a Andalusia with Ivan Romeo on the final day in the final time trial. How beautiful. Look at him. 10 seconds on Ayuso and 19 seconds on Pidcock. I did not think this was possible, but Ivan Romeo wins GC. This man's time trial ability combined with the beautiful daily form resulted in a beautiful stage win and an outstanding victory in GC at the Vuelta a Andalusia. Ay, Juan Ayuso, what a disappointment. Actually, I only just realized that Omar Frales somehow also finished in the top 10. And of course, our sponsor is super happy with this because, well, a super success. Not just the top 10, a victory. At the end of this video, we finished with 8 victories in total and GC at Andalusia, so a perfect episode. Next episode, we're gonna take on 2 more stage races, O Gran Camino, a smaller stage race, followed by Volta Catalunya, that's the big one. Our first World Tour race. But for now, that's the end of today's video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye!